Hi yogis, how are you guys today? Here's a new video for you guys, and today I'm thinking props and core. I've had suggestions of people wanting something a little bit more workouty, more sweaty, so we're going to take the yoga elements and kind of do a little bit more of a core workout, and we're going to focus on planking and more of the full body workout. So today we'll need a Pilates ball or a gym ball, whatever you call it. A big ass ball is what you need. The next prop you're going to need are blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, you can use toilet paper. If you don't have toilet paper at home, you can use books or anything that is about the size of a block and that can give you the support of a block does. So try not to use a cereal box or anything, because that's hollow. That ain't gonna work. So now that we have the props that we need, we're gonna do a lot of planking. So we need to warm up our wrists a little bit and our shoulders. So we're gonna first roll our wrists. And you can go in both directions. You can bring the palms together, start rolling forward and back, maybe rolling towards the back of the hand, giving a little push, rolling it up to the ceiling, coming back to the palms, coming to the back of the hands, and continuing the motion. Do you feel a nice little movement here? Maybe go the opposite direction. And switch back and forth as many times as you need. The great thing about videos is you can pause and keep going. So whatever you need, listen to your body. That's the cue of the day. We're still yogis, right? Great. From there, we're going to warm up our shoulders and do some fascial flossing, swinging our arms, pivoting from the elbows, going in both directions. Go as slow or as fast as you want. One direction probably is easier than the other. I'm still not quite sure yet which one is the best for me, but we figure it out as we go, don't we? Yep, yes we do. Insane talking to myself sensation running through my head here. Ah. All right, from there we're going to start making big circles. You can use your left hand to support the right shoulder as you're making big circles. Try to isolate your torso at the same time so you're not kind of using your whole body, but you want to isolate the muscles in your shoulders. Reverse the direction. If you're like me, maybe your shoulders are clicking. And then we'll just switch to the other side. Coming forward, isolating the chest, drawing in the muscles, maybe even closing the rib cage just a little bit. And then reversing the direction to the other side. From here, we're going to squat a little bit halfway with a wide stance, almost like a goddess pose. Adjust your leggings if you need it. So as we're in goddess pose, we're going to just slightly use our elbows to lead the direction and coming to a twist from side to side. Be very gentle in the beginning. Make sure your core is still engaged, tailbone is slightly tucked. And allow a little bit of movement. 3, 2, and 1. Great. And come back to center. From here, we're going to raise our arms. And we're going to isolate our chest, drawing our core, kind of round our ribs forward, and wrap around and pulse our hands backwards. And we're going to try to find a little bit of a bounce here. So as we pull back, it kind of reverberates and comes forward. So you don't want to forcefully push all the way back, but you just want to feel that nice little bounce. If you feel that your bounces are going way too slow, that's probably because you're hyperflexible. So it's kind of nice to know how your body works by testing it out. Bring the arms out to the side. Feel your pectoralis minor work, maybe even the major, depending on which angle you are in right now. And then we're going to come a little bit lower, angle our fingers backwards, giving a slight flexion in the hands, kind of swinging our arms all the way open like we're opening up our wings, letting the shoulder blades touch probably at the end if you can. If not, not a problem. Great. We're going to cross our right foot, or the left foot since I'm mirroring you guys. So the left foot is behind the right foot. Inhale the hands up. You're going to grab the left wrist. You're going to think up, draw in the core, and as you exhale, you're going to go over. Open up the left chest and gaze up to the ceiling. And maybe if you feel comfortable enough, you can start with a little bit bounce towards your right side. Opening up your left lateral line of your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back up. Exhale, release. Cross the right leg behind the right. Inhale the hands all the way up. Grab the right wrist, lift up. Draw on the core, isolate the rib cage, and slowly bounce over to the left side of your body. If you feel that you're still kind of tight, you can open up the right chest just a little bit, maybe gaze up to the ceiling. Core still engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to center. Exhale to release. Great. Let's see here. We're going to start the first thing. And we're going to come up to the floor. And I'll come to my side here so you can see better. And we're just going to put our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to make sure our fingers are wide. Our pointer fingers is pointing forward. And we're just kind of lean forward and back and warm up our wrists just a little bit more by making small rocking motions, bringing the weight towards the fingers, out to the pinky, into the thumbs. And then maybe make small little circles. And the opposite direction. And then bringing the fingertips out to the side. We're going to shift our weight from side to side. So bring the fingertips to the knees, wrist forward. And then we're going to slowly shift our weight forward, draw in our core, exhale, lean a little bit back. Still draw the palms down to the floor. And feel that wonderful stretch in your forearm. You can give yourself a slight bounce if the stretch is quite intense. Otherwise, listen to your body and just enjoy how deep you can go while you engage your wrists down towards the floor or to the mat. Holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Slowly bring your fingers back forward. I'm going to lean forward again and back, just to allow everything to come back to normal. Great. We're going to learn a little bit more about protraction of the shoulders. So we're going to come to a tabletop position. Your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders, shoulder width apart, your knees underneath your hips, hip width apart, and toes into the mat. From here, we're going to isolate our spine to neutral. Draw in the core up to the spine as you hug your ribcage in. And we're going to learn how to control our shoulder muscles. So protraction and retraction is the name of the game here. When we push the floor away with our hands and allow our shoulders to curve, and we tuck our chin to our chest just a little bit, we allow our shoulders to protract. As we sink our chest down and relax the muscles in our shoulders, and our shoulder blades almost can kind of touch each other, that is retraction. When you actively squeeze your shoulder blades together, you're actively retracting your shoulders. Otherwise, you can just let your chest sink down. So there's a little bit of a difference there. Protraction, rounded shoulders. Retraction, sloped shoulders, shoulder blades together. Great. So we're going to do about 10 of these at our own pace. Exhaling to release, inhaling to push, Pushing around, exhaling to release. And as you're doing this, remember, you're not doing cat and cows. You're actually just isolating the shoulder muscles. So try to keep your stomach muscles neutral and try not to compensate, because we naturally do that without noticing. So if you're in front of a mirror or anything like that, you can give yourself a nice little check to see that you are isolating the right muscles as you breathe in to protract and breathe out to retract. So none of this stuff, we don't want this, we don't want the whole body moving, we just want the shoulders elevating and coming down. Great. You can come into child's pose, open up the knees. Let our hips come down to the heels and extend the arms forward. And give ourselves a nice little relaxing moment here. Connecting with our breath. Relaxing our shoulders, our wrists, and our elbows. Our hips and our toes. And soon, we're going to grab that Pilates ball. I used to play basketball, did you know that? Facts you do not need to know. Pilates ball, gym ball, the big ball. It has a name, I don't know what you call it, but it is just a big rubbery ball. And mine is quite soft because I don't like it to be too overfilled with air. But if you have one at home, it's really great. If you don't have one at home, you can use a chair. So if you don't have a ball, chair. You can use one of those too. I actually prefer using the gym ball because you can move around a little bit more. When you use the chair, you have to use more shoulder work, and I want to focus more on core work. So I'll show you what you can do for your shoulders first, and then we can go back to what I actually want to focus on. So with the chair, you're going to come onto all four, and then you're going to lift one foot and then the other onto the chair. You can scoot as far forward as you want or not. So if you're lucky and you have a chair that can move, you can kind of drag it forward. If not, you can slowly push it back. So you really want a light chair that actually can move with your movements. You're going to make sure your core is engaged, you're protracting your shoulders, your fingers are nice and wide. And you're going to inhale, slowly pull forward and pull as much as you can. Make sure you don't have a carpet in your house, because that is totally not going to help you at all, unless you have abs of steel here. Make sure your glutes are engaged as you draw in, and exhale to draw out. And you can lower down. Like I said, it's a lot more work with the chair just because it's very unforgiving. What you can do, you can put the chair on top of a towel, or you can put it on, or you can just grease up the floor with some butter. No. Yeah, bad advice from Diana. Don't ever listen to me. Well, you kind of have to. You actually came here and clicked here, didn't you? So sorry. Not sorry. Anyways, it's 10 times harder than using a gym ball. Gym ball! Yay! Here we go. Same thing with the gym ball. Remember, the gym ball is not stable. So getting up to the gym ball can be a project of itself. So you can put the gym ball there and come to all four. Try to keep the gym ball as stable as possible. I'm going to grab one foot and then try to align my hands accordingly. I'm going to lift it up. Woo! Find my plank. Find your plank is drill number one. Maybe you can roll the ball a little bit up towards your shin. Woo! Maybe you can work and warm out your shoulders by rolling the ball around, drawing in the core, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs. It's not easy. Work on finding stability with the ball first before you do anything. Pause the video, Take a good 5-10 minutes. Figure out how your body works. Make sure that when you're doing this, your shoulders are still protracted and that you're evenly spreading the weight for your fingers. Ball is possessed here. Your core is going to be engaged, and you're going to really try to lower your hips as much as you can. It's just like a regular plank. And you're going to squeeze your thighs, squeeze your glutes, and push through your heels as much as you can. But since you're on top of the ball, you want to be on top of your feet. And even doing that on the floor is a big challenge, so doing it on the ball can be even harder. To minimize the amount of effort you need to have to work your core, you can always bring the ball closer up to your hips. So step 1 can also be opening up your legs and bringing your hips down and coming down to your hands and finding your plank with the ball underneath your hips. Now I like showing you the harder stuff first so that when you finally get to do the easier stuff, it's like, ah, beautiful release. So happy to do it, thank you. But from here you can also find the stability of using the ball as well. Woo! It could be easier, could be harder. Try making little circles with your hips at first. Your toes are still pointing, your thighs are still engaged, your glutes engaged, your core is engaged. Your shoulders are protracted. You're just rocking yourself from side to side, forward and back, whatever feels good for you. Get acquainted with your core. Once you're here and you feel comfortable, we're going to open up our legs to find stability in the ball. Shoo! Maybe you need to be against something. Maybe a wall or the edge of the couch or wherever you are at your house. And you can do 3 ways of working out your back core. You can either put your hands behind your back, inhale the core and lift the chest. Exhale, release as much forward as you can. Inhale, lift all the way. That's step 1. If you want to go harder, you can bring your hands behind your head and do the same thing. Relax all the way because you want the full range of motion. You want to use the whole entire muscle and lift as high as you can. You squeeze the glutes and draw in the core. Exhale, lower all the way down so you can almost kiss the ball when you lift all the way up using the full range of motion of your back muscles. We're going to do about 10 of these at your own pace. Pause the video if you like. If you need to take a break in the middle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Come back to your hands. You can roll forward again. Realign your feet and your legs. How's that feel? Good? Now we're going to work the front line of our body. So from here we can probably get off the ball. From here we get off the ball. And like with the chair we did in the beginning, that's what we're doing with the ball now. So you're going to place the ball on your shins. That way it gives you space to roll from the shin down to the tops of the feet. So as you find your plank, you're going to come towards your knees, your shin about, and find balance. Shoop. Lovely. From here, we're going to learn how to pike our hips up. So we're going to squeeze our glutes, our inner thighs, our toes are together. We're drawing in the core, rounding the shoulder blades. And we're going to round the scapula and find protraction. And we're going to lift our bum as we roll to the top of the ball. Exhale, release. Inhale, draw in the core. Roll up, lift your booty as high as you can. Exhale to release. 3. Doing it 10 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. I'm dying, are you? Those are hard. If you can't do it, try just lifting your bum a little bit. And with practice, you can eventually lift the bum all the way, stacked above your shoulders. But it's a process. Even I go up and down in my process. If I stop doing these drills, it's harder the next time I try to do it. So the more time and effort you put into it, the better it'll be. Once you start stopping, you'll start to plateau or even digress. So it's good to remember that in any practice that you do. Say goodbye to the ball. We're going to do some shoulder work and core with the blocks. So I'm going to put the blocks down, come to on my knees. Maybe I should get a mat. Ta-da! Mat. Didn't really go as smoothly as I thought it would. Put the blocks, throwing out to the mat. And from here we're going to do some modified push-ups. So we'll bring 2 fingers forward and the thumb on the inside and the ring finger and the pinky on the out. We're going to come to our knees. We're going to lift our feet. We're going to squeeze our glutes and our inner thighs, draw on our core. We're just going to just bend our elbows and lift them up. So it's kind of like dipping with a little bit of a push-up here. Chaturanga push-ups. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come into child's pose. Give yourself a little bit of a release. Relax your forehead to the mat. Roll from side to side if you need. Relax the shoulders. You can give your shoulders some time to open up at the same time. And then we're going to use only one block, so I'll flip over so you can see a little bit better of what I'm trying to ask you to do here. And as we're in plank, I'm going to bring the block out to whichever side you want to start off with. Come into the plank, or you can come into modified plank on your knees. Once you're in position with your plank, you can slowly grab the block, bring it to middle, release the right hand, grab the block, bring it over to the left side, release the left hand. Repeat. And you can do this as many times as you want. For today's purpose, I'm only going to do 5 to show you. Whoops. And then when you're done doing your 5, you can come into child's pose. From here, we're going to work on our Navasana. Before we do anything else, I want us to learn how to engage our inner thighs when we're doing the Navasana, because sometimes we lose engagement. So we're going to use the block. We're going to bring it sideways in between the knees and give our knees a nice little hug here. We keep our knees and our feet parallel to our hips. Lift the chest, we draw in the core, and we're going to bring the hands behind us first. From here, we're going to squeeze the block with our knees, and we're going to slowly lift the knees towards our chest. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. And your arms aren't really doing anything other than helping you find balance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a moment, maybe even come into a butterfly pose to counteract the squeezing of the inner thighs. Just bouncing, nothing crazy with the butterfly if you're doing that one. Or maybe you're just sitting and hugging your knees to your chest. Or doing both. From here, we're going to come into full Navasana with the block in between our legs on the skinny side. We're going to come to our toes, extend our arms forward, lift our chest, turn our core, and from here we're going to find balance in our Navasana, lifting off our feet. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, exhale, extend the legs, inhale, grab the block, exhale, switch and extend. Inhale, switch, extend. Inhale, switch, extend. Inhale, switch, extend. Inhale, switch, extend. Ooh! Inhale, switch, extend. Repeat as many times as you want. For the purpose of the video, I will just show you those few times. I'm lazy. No, I have more to show you, that's why. All right, the next exercise is going to do the same thing with the blocks. But we're going to move the blocks from our right side to our left side, to the right side. So as we come into Navasana, we're going to hug our knees to our chest a little bit, come to our toes, engage our core, lift the chest. Inhale, exhale, lift and extend. Find balance, lift the chest. From here, we're going to grab the block, squeeze, exhale, release. On the other side. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Do 5 to 10 to 20 or more. That's another way of doing it without straining so much. But it helps with the coordination as well. So whichever you find the easiest for you is the best. Or maybe you want a challenge. Who knows? We're going to use 2 blocks now. Put them to the side first. We'll lay it down on our back. As I reposition this microphone, maybe towards the other side. Technical difficulties, sorry. And then we're going to scoot 1 block underneath our hip, maybe 2, depending on your own spine, what feels comfortable and what doesn't for you. And as you lay here, we're going to relax. We're going to make sure that our thighs are parallel, our knees are in the same line with our hips, and our feet are firmly planted into the ground. Good. We're going to bring our arms to the side, palms down. So draw the navel all the way down towards your spine and then up into your rib cage. From here, we're going to inhale up 1 leg And then as we exhale, we're going to point the right toe and tap the floor ever so lightly. Inhale, switch, left foot taps the floor. And we're going to do this for about 20 to 30 times. You might not feel so much. You might feel a lot. If you like to up the challenge, you can slowly extend one leg. So one leg to the knee, the other one extends all the way down, heels towards the ground without touching, just gently hovering over. Your arms aren't doing anything but just holding you in place. You're not really activating, it's just there for decoration and for balance. And inhale, the right leg to your chest, extend the left leg, allow the left heel to come all the way down, and you're going to feel your left hip flexor open up very much here. So we're doing two things at one time. That's level 2. Level 3 is if you extend one leg, extend the other, and drop one leg all the way down, hips towards the mat, lightly tapping, inhaling up, exhaling the left leg all the way down, left heel tapping, lifting up, maybe the toes kiss. Inhale up, kiss. Inhale up, kiss. 3, 4, 5. We should do at least 20, 10 on each side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew. Bend your knees and relax. Plant the feet. Knees are hip width apart. Relax everything. And I'm going to slowly remove one block. Relax, release, chill out until we remove the other block. And our lumbers flash to the mat. Lovely. We're gonna bring our legs into a diamond shape. Bring the soles of our feet together. Extend the heels a little bit away from the hips. And hold this for about 5 to 10 breaths at your own pace. Relaxing, releasing, enjoying. If you start to feel discomfort in your hip, you can always put the blocks underneath your knees. You can put them on the lowest level and prop them closer towards your hip. If you're very inflexible and your legs are all the way up, you can put them on the medium level and bring them closer to your hips until you feel a nice release without hurting yourself, so you can adjust accordingly. We should be on our last breath right about now. You can do some reclined twists. So you bring your arms out to a T, your palms are up. And take your right leg, bring it over to the left, rolling onto your left hip, rolling to your left side. Maybe you want to inhale and stretch the spine a little bit. Exhale to release and relax. Your right shoulder will naturally fall a little bit deeper. You just enjoy the wonderful reclined twist. We'll repeat the process by coming back into center, releasing the right leg, crossing the left over the right, inhaling the core, exhaling, rolling over to the right hip. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, relax and release. Let your body feel heavy. Let go of the tension in the left leg to allow the right knee to add gravity and weight towards the deeper twist. Inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, you can come back up to center. Wiggle your shoulders, your spine and your hips, and just relax out in the Shavasana if that feels good for you. Otherwise, you can come up back to seated with your hands to your heart. And thank you for practicing with me with my non-yoga practice, using props, using everything that we have around home or whatnot. And I hope you get that nice, strong workout that you are looking for. Keep posted. I will post another flow soon. Until then, see you later. Bye. Namaste.